And then Hare Krishna, then Pranam to all devotees, all gurus to Shri Prabhupada. So today we will start with the Mangalacharan, and Thane will start some part of it, and then Lisa will continue on, and then everybody can join in from where we forget or where we have not remembered from. Okay? Okay. Hare Krishna. So are you all able to see the screen now?
Almost. Yeah, now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What did you do? Why did you unmute yourself?
Because I have to say
Okay.
yes.
Go ahead, Tanay.
Om Ajananda Timandasya Yananjani Shalakaya Chakshama Amiltam
Militam
Yena
yena
Tasmashri
Shri
Guruve
Guruve
Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Vayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Svaparantikam.
Okay, Lisa.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyatapadkamlam Shri Guru Vestabamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakala Ragutatam Tam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parajana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagna Lalita Shri Shaka Vritamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा नमो नमस्तुते राधा कांता राधा तप्ता कच्छना गौरांगी
Rangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi
प्रणमामि
Pranamami
हरे
Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once more, loudly, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, um, so today is our special class about Lord Shri Jagannath. And do you all see the shloka on the chat box? I've put it there. It's a prayer to Lord Jagannath. We'll start with that. You can say behind me. Okay. So I will say, and then you repeat behind me. Deva Deva Jagannatha
देव देव जगन्नाथ
Prapannarti Vinashana
प्रपंचि विनाशना
Trahi Mam Pundarikaksha
त्रायमां पुंडरीकाक्षा
Patitam Bhavashagarai.
पतितं भावशगरे.
So, Devika, you want to read the meaning of it? So not Devika Mataji, but her children. Yes, sorry, Sharvi. Okay, Sharvi, go ahead. You can put your names when you get a chance over there. But yes, go ahead. Read the Sharvi. You can go ahead and read the meaning in the chat box.
Wait, it's not your turn.
Can you unmute, Sharvi? Okay, go ahead and read. You can see the chat box?
I don't see anything in the chat.
You can scroll up.
Oh, maybe you joined later, that's why. So let me put it again. So you should be able to see it now. So read from O God of Gods. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
Of God, O gods of gods, O Jagannath, the Lord of universe, please destroy this great distress that has
Distress,
become me. O lotus-eyed one, please deliver this fallen soul from the ocean of material
existence.
existence.
Okay, so what is what is Lord Jagannath being called as? He's being called as the Lord of the universe. Okay, so Lord Jagannath means Lord of the universe. Jaga means this world, and Nath means the Lord. So the Jagannath literally translates into the Lord of the universe. And we are requesting, please destroy the great distress that has overcome me. Now, distress can just be being in this material world. Being in this world can be a distressful situation. O lotus-eyed one, that is Krishna or Lord Jagannath, please deliver this fallen soul, that is, we are talking about ourselves, from the ocean of material existence. So this world is called as like a ocean. It's vast and material, ocean of material existence, which means living in this world. So this is a prayer to Lord Jagannath. So Jagannath is also an English word, and the Jagannath, there is a Rath Yatra festival, which is a chariot festival. And in the 1960s, Srila Prabhupada brought it to America. So now it is happening in multiple states. It happens in New York. It just happened, and then, or is happening. And then Washington, D.C., it used to happen. San Francisco was the first place where it started back in I think around 670, 69 or 70. So that was in San Francisco. And then in Chicago, I have attended the Rath Yatra festival. They stop everything in downtown. There are multiple streets which are blocked, and they take these big, huge chariots, and the Lord is situated in them. And there are three chariots usually, or in one chariot, they put all the three deities of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra. So Baldev is Balramji, and Subhadra Maharani is their sister. Right? Now remember, later on at the end of the class, there's going to be a Kahoot, and parts of what we talk about will be mentioned in this class. So listen
I
carefully.
can't join the Kahoot because I already played it.
You don't have this one, this Kahoot. You haven't played it. It's a different one. So you'll be able to join later. We'll tell you more about it at that time. Okay, so we are going to talk a little bit about the story of Lord Jagannath, that how did Lord Jagannath appear? Now, it's a very big story, so we won't be able to cover all of it, but we will cover a little part of it. Okay, so let's see if I can share my screen. Are you still able to see my screen?
I can see your screen.
No, no.
And what do you see on the screen?
I just see you.
No,
I can't. I
Okay,
can't.
let me share.
Yeah.
Do you see that king on there now?
Yes.
Yes. I see a king and it has Krishna beside him.
Yes, so that is Krishna in the background. So this is a devotee of the Lord, right? So we are talking about how did Lord Jagannath appear, and we are taking a part of the story about how he appeared in this world, right? And Jagannath, remember, is the supreme Lord, he said. We were also talking about juggernaut, actually. I got distracted. And juggernaut is a word in the English dictionary. Does anyone know what it means?
Oh.
Has anyone heard this word before? Juggernaut? Okay,
Well,
amazing.
but I think I remember what you said it means. The Lord of the universe.
Okay, that was Jagannath, which is very similar. And actually, the word juggernaut in the English dictionary comes from the Rath Yatra, the chariot festival that used to happen in India. And when India was being colonized, and then a lot of people they tried to stop a lot of our festivals from happening. But this Jagannath Rath Yatra, there's a state in India called as Odisha, and there we have this in a place called as Jagannath Puri in Puri. It's in
And there's
Orissa
Vrindavan also.
near Bhubaneswar. There is Vrindavan also in India. That's in a different state. Yes. So this chariot festival has been happening for many years in India. And when the Lord comes on these chariots and the devotees pull the chariot from one temple to another temple. And when they tried to stop it, whatever happened, this festival they could not stop. So it is like a juggernaut. That's where the name Juggernaut came, means an unstoppable force, a force that cannot be stopped, like the Lord himself, right? He is the owner of all, he has all the opulences, and he's the most powerful. So he cannot be stopped. So this Juggernaut word in English dictionary actually came from the Jagannath, who's the unstoppable Lord. And so let's start with the story. So once upon a time, long time back, there was this very pious and nice king called as Indradumna Maharaj. Now, Indradumna Maharaj was a devotee of the Lord, and he wanted to serve the deity of the Lord, a very beautiful deity. He was always wanting or hankering that something is not right. I want to serve the Lord and a beautiful deity of the Lord, but there was no such form or deity available close to him. So one time, what happened? He used to host Brahmins and pilgrims who used to go to religious places, and he met this one particular person who came to him and told him about a very special deity called as Neel Madhav deity. So this Neel Madhav deity, he said that there are these group of people called in Shavras who worship this wonderful deity. But he did not tell the king as to where these deities are. But he told them that if you really want to you want to serve the Lord in a deity form, then there is no better deity than this that you can try to find and serve. And it's in this special place called as Purushottam Kshetra. Purushottam Kshetra is another name for Jagannath Puri. We call it Purushottam Kshetra also. It's a special, beautiful place, and there are many stories about it, that what is so special about this wonderful place. We won't go into that. That is a separate story. We don't have time to go into that, about how this place appeared in the world. But right now, for this story, we will remember that Indradum Maharaj was a very nice king and very pious, religious king. And somebody came and told him that you really want to serve the Lord, then you should try to serve this deity called as Neel Madhav deity in the Purushottam Kshetra. Now, the king was very happy when he heard this, because he had been wanting to serve the deity form of the Lord. And when he heard about the glories of this wonderful Neel Madhav form, he really had the desire to serve it. But he did not know where they are. So he called everybody in this kingdom and told them to go looking in different directions and try to find where these deities are, these Neel Madhav deities, because he wanted to serve them very nicely in a very opulent fashion, or high level of deity worship he wanted to do, serve them with all he had. So a lot of people came forward, and he sent his chief minister, Brahmin, of his kingdom. His name was Vidyapati. So he sent Vidyapati to go and find. He became the main person. He gave him this job. He was the chief priest for him, and he got the job that go and find this beautiful deity that I've heard about of the Neel Madhav deities. Okay, so Vidyapati was a very nice Brahmin. He was serving in the court of Indradum Maharaj, and he took up this job that okay, I will go and find this wonderful deity form. And he was thinking about that deity all the time. So he went very far, different places on foot, trying to find. He asked many people, and he could not. Nobody could tell him that where these deities are. But he was still, because he was so much engrossed, so much always thinking about this beautiful form of the Lord that he had heard about, that he really wanted to. He had a sincere desire in his heart to find them. But he could not find anybody who had seen these deities. Finally, he came to this place where near the Purushettam, where everything was very harmonious, everything was very nice. Everybody was very nicely talking to each other, very calm, happy place. And these people, Shavras, used to live there. Now, the chief of the Shavras was this person known as Vishwavasu. Okay. Now, this chief of the Shavras, Vishwavasu, he seemed to be very extra effulgent, like glowing, right? So, there are little different narrations of this, but we will go with the narration that I've heard, which is slightly different from what is written. And that is that this chief of the Shavras agreed to serve Vidyapati very well. And he took him in his house, and um, he had a beautiful daughter also called as Lalita. And eventually he requested Vidyapati to marry her. Now, for some reason, by God's plan, Vidyapati felt that it is okay to stay in this place. It is such a nice, calm place, and it is okay to marry the daughter of the Vishwavasu. So he married the daughter of Vishwavasu and stayed over there. Now he noticed something, that what used to happen is this Vishwavasu, every night he used to go to to somewhere. He doesn't know where he used to go, but he used to go, and in the morning by noon he will come back, by afternoon. And when he would come, he would have a beautiful garland and this wonderful prasad, very tasty, out of the world taste, of whatever things he used to bring. So he was very curious. What is this? So he asked his wife Lalita that what is happening. So finally, Lalita, his wife, told him that her father, who is the chief of Shavras, Vishwavasu goes to this special place and serves the Neel Madhav deities. And yeah, the Neel Madhav deities. So so that is why he gets this wonderful prasad, and he gets this beautiful garland, and he tries to figure. So he asks him that this must be God's plan, because I went out looking for these deities. That's what got me here. And then now I've learned that my father-in-law actually serves these deities. So he goes and asks Vishwabasu that I really want to see these deities. I want to see these deities and I want to serve them. Now Vishwabasu was reluctant. He did not want to share the location of the deities, because there had been a prophecy or a old wives' tale in their community that one time the deities will disappear from this world, that they will no longer be there. So they used to love serving the Neel Madhav deities, and they did not want them to disappear. So they did not used to tell anybody about them. Okay. So, but Lalita, that's his daughter, really wanted, wish her husband to get his wish. So she requested, he requested. Finally, he agreed to take Vidyapati to the place where the Neel Madhav deities was. But he said, I will only take you after your eyes are covered. Okay. Now Lalita was intelligent. So what she did is she gave him some mustard seeds and said, you can mark the path by putting these seeds on the way. Okay. So even though my father does not want you to learn about it, but you can learn about it and serve your king, because she knew that that was his um, job. It was his main duty that had been given to Vidyapati. So that's what he did. He went with Vishwavasu, and when he went there, he found that there is, these beautiful form of the Lord is there, and they went in the night, and his eyes were closed. Vishwavasu guided him, but he quietly kept dropping the mustard seeds on the way. And then when he saw the beautiful deities of Nil Madhav, he was enchanted. They were just out of this world. They were so amazing deities that his heart went out. He was so happy. He felt completely liberated almost. He felt completely pacified, happy, and like as if all his desires had been taken care of. Then when they came back, he went back to his king Indradumna Maharaj and told him about this wonderful form of the Lord that he had just witnessed and seen, and said, I can take you there. Now Vishwavasu kept serving the deities in the meantime, not knowing what is happening here. Where has this Vidyapati gone and taken and is bringing Indradum Maharaj? Now Indradum Maharaj was very, very happy when he heard this news that finally the Nil Madhav deities have manifested and he can find them and serve them. He and all his kingdom, everybody was very excited with this news. They took all elephants and horses. They all left whatever they were doing. They made a big procession and they went, all of them, to find these beautiful deities and serve them, the Nil Madhav deities. But when they went there, alas, there had been a big hurricane, a big storm, and nothing was there anymore. All the Shavras, they said they were all kind of not happy. They were very sad. Finally they reached and found Vishwavasu, and he was also crying that my Nil Madhav has left. My Nil Madhav is no longer here. He's left he did not like my service, so he has left this world. Now Indradum Maharaj was very, very sad and angry. He did not believe Vishwavasu. He thought Vishwavasu wants to keep Nil Madhav for himself. And that is why he is not showing me where they are. But Vidyapati looked at the mustard seeds and went to that place, and there also there was nothing. So he decided, I'm going to imprison this Vishwavasu, who's trying to keep the Nil Madhav deities from the king. It's the job of the praja, of the people, to serve the king. And he is not doing that correctly. He is trying to keep the Nil Madhav to himself. So he imprisoned Vishwavasu. Now, would God like it? Would Krishna like it if his devotee Vishwavasu, who was serving him that well, has been imprisoned? No. Krishna did not like it. Nil Madhav did not like it. So what did Nil Madhav do? He came in the dream of Indradum Maharaj. Right? So he came in the dream of Indradum Maharaj and told him that actually this Vidyapati is telling the truth. He is my servant. He is a very wonderful devotee. And what you should do is you can leave him. I have decided to manifest in a different form. And that is why I have left this material world, but I will come in a different form. Okay, so go ahead and you can prepare and make a temple, and I will appear. And he told that how he would appear. Okay, so he's and Narad Muni came, and Narad Muni said, you should do a lot of yagnas, 1,000 yagnas you should do, and then the Lord will appear. Okay, so So Indradum Maharaj was very happy again. He said, okay, this is Lord's wish. The Lord is giving me a chance to serve him, and I will serve him in whatever form he wants me to serve. And he went back to his kingdom and did a lot of sacrifices. And then he created a magnificent temple for serving the Lord in whichever way he may want to appear. Now, when the Lord came, he also said that I will come in the form of a log of wood in the ocean, and it will have some specific marks on it. So like that is called as Daru Brahma. So Indradum Maharaj went to the banks of the ocean when the Lord informed him from within that today the deities will appear. When after the end of the yagna, he felt that that I will come and I will appear in this special form as a log of wood after 1,000 yagnas. And the Maharaj went with his people to take that log of wood to make the deities. Now, nobody could pick up that log of wood. Nobody could take that log out of the ocean. It was a sacred log, it was special. Nobody was able to lift it. So, again, there was a problem. Finally, there was one person out of the group who was able to lift the log with the help of Indradum Maharaj and put it in a golden chariot that they had bought. And who was this? This was actually one of the Shavras. So who used to, the same class of people who used to serve the Neel Madhav deities. So it was one person from the same tribe, Shavras, and he came and he was able to pick up that log with Indradum Maharaj, and they took the log and took it back to carve the deities. Now the next question is how to carve the deities. But a lot of people came, a lot of carpenters, the best people in the world came to carve the deities from this log. But whenever they would try to, hit the log of wood with any kind of instruments, their instruments would break. Nobody was able to do anything with the log. They were not able to chisel out a deity or anything. But a special carpenter came who seemed to be not from this world. And he was actually Vishwakarma. He is the architect of the gods. So he came in a human form, and he said, I can carve these deities. But there is one condition that once I close the doors, I'll work inside closed doors. No one should open the door until I'm finished. It will take me 21 days to finish the deities, making the deities, but no one should enter. Okay. So, same thing happened. So he went in, and he was actually, they could hear him, they could hear the sounds. His instruments did not break. He was able to do something. They were hearing something sound, tuck, 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 that he is working. Continuously, day and night, they were hearing the sounds coming from inside the closed doors. They were very curious what's happening inside, right? Do you get curious when something is happening behind closed doors and you're being told, do not go there? Right? What do you want to do immediately? You want to go there. So, similarly, Indradum Maharaj and his wife was Gundicha. Her name is Gundicha. So Gundicha said that, I wonder what is going on. I'm really curious. But then after 14 days, the voice stopped of working. They wondered what happened. This was a very old man. He had come as a very old man. They wondered, is his health okay? Does he need something? He has not taken anything to eat or drink. He's making the deities. We should serve him. And now there is no sound coming. So it means he is not able to work. I wonder if something has happened to him. Why is there no sound coming anymore? All this time the sound was coming from inside. So what did Indradum Maharaj do? He opened the door. As he opened the door, the man vanished. There was nobody inside, right? Because he had told the king that nobody should enter unless I finish my work in 21 days. I will come out myself. So the person vanished. Now, Indradu Maharaj was very worried. He was thinking I did something wrong. I had committed a sin because he was creating these wonderful deities. Nobody else could carve them. What will I do now? Nobody else is able to carve anything out of this wood, this magical wood. Only this person was able to, and now he has disappeared. And what was left in there was not the log anymore. There were three forms. Now the forms that were there, they seemed like they're unfinished. As if you are making a painting and you have made only half of it. You have made a person, but you have forgotten to make the hands yet or the feet yet. So that's how they looked. That it looked like inside the three deities were there with no hands and no feet. They look somewhat like this. And you can see their hands are not there. There are no fingers on the hands. Their eyes are like unfinished. There are no feet. And there are three of them. So that was the form that was in there. Now Indradum Maharaj was very sad again. He felt, I've done so much to serve this form of the Lord. I was given this charge to serve the Lord, and I've messed it up yet again. So he was about to give up his life. That, what have I done? But then his spiritual master came. Somebody who had helped him earlier came. Who was that? Narad Muni. So Narad Muni came over there. And he comforted Indradum Maharaj that actually this is Lord's wish. Lord wanted to come in this form. This is the complete form, and I have seen this form before. So what did Narad Muni say? I have seen this form before. This is the same form of my Supreme Lord that I know. And I was promised by the Lord that I will come in this form in Kali Yuga. And Indradum Maharaj was happy then. Okay. Now at this point, I wanted to see how much time we have for me to go to the next story or not. I think we have time, so I will go into the next story. So how did Lord Narad Muni see this form? Right? Remember, Narad Muni said, I've seen this form before. Now we go back many, many, many yugas before. A different time. A long, long, long time before Indradu Maharaj had been there. At that time, Lord Krishna was still on this earth. Lord Krishna was at that time in Dwarka. Now, remember the Krishna book we are reading? That is, Lord Krishna is still a child and he is in Vrindavan and he is doing all these pastimes. He is getting all these demons, and last time we talked about how he danced on the head of Kalia. So all these wonderful pastimes have completed, but Krishna is now killed Kamsa, who will come later in the Krishna book. He was a bad king, and he was the one who came, at the start. Remember, he had killed all his brothers and sister, tried to kill his sister. So that Kamsa was now dead, and Krishna was ruling in Mathura. Remember, his he had appeared in the jail in Mathura, and that is the place. He had freed his parents now, and Krishna is ruling in Mathura. That is where this story starts.
And he killed Agasura.
Agasura and all those demons, yes. But now Krishna is the king in Mathura. Okay. And at that time, when he is in Mathura, actually, they have moved on even from Mathura. They are in Dwarka now. And in Dwarka, what happened is one day, his wives. He has many wives, and Subhadra, one of his wives asks, in sleep, I have heard Krishna call out these names of some people that I do not know about. Right? So he says that she says, I need to know who these people are. He talks about this somebody called Madhu Mangal and some Radha Rani and Nand Maharaj. I haven't met these people and I don't know about
is
them.
Krishna's dad.
That is right. She knew it, but she hadn't heard about their stories and pastimes. Just like you all are hearing about Agasur and Kalia and all these people, they wanted to know Satyabhama and all his wives wanted to know about how was Krishna when he was in Vrindavan.
King Kamsa was the king, and he called Karya to kill the angel of death, who's Krishna.
Yes, Krishna was the angel of death for Kamsa. So, like that, they wanted to know what are the pastimes of Krishna. Now in Dwarka and Mathura, who's there who can tell them about all these pastimes? Because Krishna and Balram, they themselves
It
cannot talk
happened
about
in
it,
the Kurukshetra war.
because if they talk, then they will go into ecstasy, in Mahabhav, in they will completely get they will almost go into a trance if they hear about the Vrindavan pastime. They are so loving pastimes and they remember it so happily that they can't even speak about it. So they could not speak about it because the moment they will start thinking and speaking, they will faint. So they could not talk about it. So Mother Rohini, who is Balram's mother, was there, and she said, okay, I will tell you about these special pastimes of Vrindavan. Okay, so they decided they will recite the stories of Vrindavan to the wives of Krishna. But they said, let somebody else guard the door because I don't want Krishna and Balram to come and hear because then they will faint again. So they had Subhadra, who also already knew these stories, right? So they said, okay, Subhadra, you stay at the door and make sure Krishna and Balram do not come. Okay. But when she started speaking and talking about, Agasur and Trinavrata and Putna and Kalia, all these wonderful stories, then guess what happened? Subhadra Maharani also went into a trance. And then Krishna Balram came because they can hear wherever there is Krishna Katha, then Lord comes. Whenever we are talking about Vrindavan, the Lord comes. He knows that there is Krishna Katha going on. So they came running and they heard out from outside the door and they also got into this wonderful mood. And in this wonderful mood, remembering Vrindavan, hearing the stories of Vrindavan, their appearance changed. Nobody else saw this appearance, but at that time, Narad Muni came. Narad Muni used to come to all these places to meet Krishna, and so Narad Muni came, and he saw this wonderful form, and he saw what was going on, and he saw that the Lord Krishna, uh, Krishna, Balram, Subhadra Maharani, all of them were in trance, and their hands had shrunken in, their feet had shrunken in, their eyes had grown big and wide, and this wonderful form he saw, and he was very, very happy. And that was the form that Narad Muni was talking about that I have seen before. And then Narad Muni he said, Lord, this wonderful form of yours, may my wish is. And then Narada came and then they stopped the story and everything, and Krishna came back to his normal form. They said, Lord, I've seen this form, this wonderful form of yours. I want other people should be able to see this form where you are in separation from your home, Vrindavan, from the gopis of Vrindavan, from Radharani, from Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya and the cows. So he pleaded. And the Lord said, yes, I will fulfill your wish. In the future, many, many, many yugas later, I will come in this form in the material world as Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani. So that is the backstory. So when Narad Muni now in front of Indradyumna Maharaj many lifetimes later saw this form, said, I have seen this form before and my Lord had promised me that I will come in this wonderful form and be available for people and give them darshan in this beautiful form. So like this, they decided that, okay, let's establish these wonderful deities. Now, who can establish these wonderful deities? No human can. This is the Supreme Lord himself. So they requested Brahmaji to establish the deities. I will make it a little fast here because I will have another pastime to quickly go over, but I will finish the rest of this one a little faster. So the Indradyumna Maharaj went with Narad Muni to Lord Brahma to ask him to be the priest to have these establish these deities. Okay. Now there is the other backstory is Neel Madhav deities are now in with Brahmaji. And Brahmaji was doing Archana over there. He said, okay, I'm serving my Neel Madhav deities. I will come back in a little bit. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes after my Aarti, I will come. Okay. So he does that. He does his Aarti, comes just in 1 or 2 minutes of Lord Brahma's time. And they say, okay, let's go and establish Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani in earth. When they come to the earth now, a lot of time has passed again, because remember we talked one time when we talked about the Brahma Vimohan Leela, how Brahmaji's time is very different from earth time, because Brahmaji's moment, in one moment, 1 year had passed in Brahma Vimohan Leela, right? And now he had been doing this Aarti for so much time, for a few minutes. And in this much, so many lifetimes, centuries had passed. So many years had passed. Everybody Indradyumna Maharaj knew was not there anymore. Right? But one person was there. That was Gundicha, his wife. His wife was somehow, by the mercy of the Lord, still taking care of those deities that were the special deities, and she was giving service to those deities in the meantime, waiting for Indradyumna Maharaj and Lord Brahma and Narad Muni to come back. So when they came, the great temple that he had made, there was now another king in that area. Nobody knew who Indradyumna Maharaj is anymore, because it had been so many centuries later, right? So that king said, no, there is no temple that you had made. He had found a temple, the same temple that Indradyumna Maharaj had made, buried in sand. He had found that temple and he had it excavated, and he said, I have made this temple. This is not your temple. This is my temple. I made this. So, but there was a crow who had witnessed all this from all the centuries. Kak Bhushunda is his name. And he said, no, he narrated the whole story and said, no, this is the same temple that Indradyumna Maharaj made. You just excavated it from the sand that was there. And thus, like this, they agreed. And Indradyumna Maharaj did not need the kingdom or anything. All he needed was wanted to establish the deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani, which were then established in this wonderful way in the temple. In the rest of the time, now there are 2 stories that I have to talk about really quickly. One, I will just mention it, and the other will go in a little bit more detail. The one that I'll mention is that again, the mood in which we have the Rath Yatra festival. This is talking about that mood. The Rath Yatra festival, what happens is the devotees, they pull the cart from this Jagannath Ji temple that we just talked about to the Gundicha temple, where Mother Gundicha was praying to the Lord, right? So that represents something. Okay, the Gundicha temple is where the Lord had appeared as Lord Jagannath, right? The Vishwakarma had made the deities, And that's where he had appeared. So that represents Vrindavan, the home of the Lord. And the Jagannath temple, which is opulent, and he's worshipped with all the opulence, is like the mood in Mathura or Dwarka. Right? So this uh, in the past, when Krishna was there, after 100 years of ruling over in Dwarka, there was a time when after 100 years of rule, he went to meet the people of Vrindavan. Now think that Krishna has not been in Vrindavan for 100 years, right? And all the Radharani and Gopis and Nand Maharaj and Yashoda Maya, all the people of Vrindavan, they're always constantly thinking of Krishna, completely immersed in his thoughts, his pastimes, and they want to see Krishna. Krishna had promised he will come back, but he never came back for 100 years. So now there was a solar eclipse in Kurukshetra where they decided to meet. It was midway, so they decided to meet over there. It was midway between Vrindavan and Dwarka. So they decided to meet over there. And when they met, then Radharani saw Krishna after 100 years. And she says that, this, you look like the same Krishna, but it doesn't feel the same. Because there are no trees of Vrindavan here. There is no Yamuna here. There are no, beautiful sounds of peacock here. So you look like you are our Krishna, but it really doesn't feel the same. That feeling that used to be there, because this doesn't seem like our Krishna. Our Krishna used to wear a morpunk. You wear this crown. Our Krishna used to be with Gopas. And you are with all this, soldiers and elephants and horses and chariots in this opulent way. They don't remember their Krishna like that. So they want to so their wishes of the Vrindavan Vasis, their wishes to put Krishna on a cart and take him back to Vrindavan. So that is the mood in which the chariot festival, Rath Yatra, happens. That the people of Vrindavan, or the Gopas and the devotees, they want to take Krishna back to Vrindavan. So in that mood, they pull the cart from Jagannath temple to Gundicha temple. Okay. Okay. So that is the mood we talked about, in which the Rath Yatra or the chariot festival happens. That is the internal reason. There is an external reason. External reason means the apparent reason is the Lord wants to come out on the chariot to give darshan to everybody who may be eligible or not eligible to go inside the temple, who may be of a higher caste or a lower caste, to see him in his form and get liberated, to eat his prasadam that is being distributed during the Rath Yatra festival, so that they can take the Mahaprasad of the Lord. And we'll talk about the prasad in a moment, and why is his prasad so special. And so that people who believe or not believe in Krishna, in Lord Jagannath, may still get a chance to see him and get purified in their life. So that is the external reason. Now, I will come to the last story for the day.
I know this Narad Muni one.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So you have seen this? Good.
Yeah.
So I will narrate it as this goes on. I'll switch off the volume and I'll quickly talk about this story, because then we still have Kahoot to play. Okay.
Is it a different Kahoot? Is it in Choose and Falls?
It has some true and false also. There are 15 questions today, some about Jagannath ji and the stories we talked about, and some about from last time, Kalia Daman.
Kajanag. And
Yes.
I know the ones that had like those caves, and he said Krishna will save them. They were saying Krishna will save them from that cave or something.
Yes, that cave one was the Brahma Vimohan Leela. Yes, we did that the time before. Okay. Do you want me to tell you the story?
Yeah.
Okay. So one day, Narad Muni So this is a different story, right? So we talked about the appearance of Lord Jagannath. We talked about why we have the cart festival, what is the internal mood, and what is the external reason of the chariot festival. This is talking about prasadam. The prasad is the food that is sanctified food that is offered to the Lord, and the devotees take it after offering to Lord. Okay, this is about this, the glories of the prasad uh, in Puri, Jagannath ji's prasad. So one day what happened was Narad Muni went to see goddess Lakshmi. Right? So this is Narad Muni going to goddess Lakshmi. He is singing the glories of the Lord to goddess Lakshmi, and she gets very happy with the service of Narad Muni. So she says, you have done wonderful bhajan, Narad Muni. I will give you whatever boon you want. You just ask me and I will give you that boon. Now Narad Muni says, the only one thing I want is Lord's prasad. I want food that is offered to the Lord, and I want to take those remnants. Now, Mother Lakshmi is in a problem now, because she says, no, no, ask something else. I cannot give you that. Ask for anything else. I'll give you that. Narad Muni says, no, 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 no. I only want the prasadam offered to the Lord, and that's the only thing that will make me happy. And you had promised that you will give me whatever I want. So now you have to give me, Mother Lakshmi. You have to give me this prasad. So Mother Lakshmi is now in a dilemma, because she says, my husband, that is Lord Vishnu, had recently told me that I should not give his prasadam to anybody, because it is too powerful. So I do not want to give that to anybody. Now Mother Lakshmi has given this promise to Narad Muni, and she also has this from uh, the thing that her husband had told. So she goes and she starts serving the Lord and offers him the bhoga. But Lord sees that Mother Lakshmi is not happy. She's thinking about something. It's because Lord knows everything. So he asks, what is it? What is making you so worried? Why are you so worried? So she tells him the whole story, that how Narad Muni had come and he wanted your prasadam, and I could not offer your prasadam to him because you have told me not to. So he says, okay, that is not a problem. For one day, I will make an exception, that today you can take my prasadam when I'm not looking for. So when I'm looking the other side, you quickly take away the plate and you can give him the remnants of my food. That is okay for today. So Mother Lakshmi is very happy that she is able to, fulfill the desire of Narad Muni. So she takes the Mahaprasad and gives it to Narad Muni. Now Narad Muni is very happy. He's ecstatic. He starts eating this prasadam. He's very, very happy eating it. This is the Supreme Lord's food, sanctified food, and he quickly finishes up the whole plate and he's completely satisfied. He feels that I don't need anything else. He is now singing the glories of the Lord and is complete ecstasy, going everywhere singing the glories of the Lord in the three worlds. He goes to different places. He goes to Mount Kailash. Now who lives on Mount Kailash is Lord Shiva. And he tells Lord Shiva about this wonderful, uh, you know, uh, thing that happened to him, that he took the Mahaprasad and he's so happy because he took the Mahaprasad. Now, Lord Shiva says, wow, that is wonderful. You got the Mahaprasad. Where is my share? You got so much. You must have brought little for me also, right? Now, Narad Muni is in a problem, that in his happiness, he had forgotten to take any for Lord Shiva. So he is worried that he'll get into problem. But then he sees that there is a small little part of prasad that is in his, because he was eating with his hands, that is stuck in his nail. So he finds that little part of the prasad. And he says, okay, maybe there is a chance I may be saved. So he gives that little piece of prasad to the Lord. He's to Shiva, and says that this is, I brought this only for you. Okay, I brought this little part for you. So please take it. And when Lord Shiva takes the prasad, she's also completely satisfied. Even that little thing completely satisfied him because it's God's prasad and it is magical. And he is so happy. He feels completely satisfied. He is so ecstatic. He is chanting the names of the Lord. He is meditating on the Lord and he is thinking about the Lord. And what does he do? He starts dancing. Okay. Now, what happens when Lord Shiva dances? Anyone knows? His special dance is called as Tandav that the Lord Shiva does. And when he starts dancing, it is time for destruction. Okay, so all the demigods, they are very worried that Lord Shiva is dancing for some reason. We don't know why, but you know, they go to Lord Brahma and they go to Parvati, his wife, and say, "Only Mother Parvati, you are the only one who can stop him." Okay, so they tell Mother Parvati about this. So Mother Parvati goes to Lord Shiva and says that you're so happy and dancing, but please stop because the whole earth is shaking. What happened? What made you so happy? Would you mind sharing it with me? And Lord Shiva says, "Yeah, sure, I can tell you." So he gets pacified and he says, explains what had happened, how Narad Muni had come, had the Mahaprasad, and then I took the Mahaprasad and I got so happy and I felt perfect and completely ecstatic. And he's telling all this to Mother Parvati. Now, guess what happened? Anyone wants to guess? What did Mother Parvati say? Go ahead. Yeah, you can unmute and speak.
That did you leave any prasadam for me?
Yeah, she
Did
says,
you
"Where
make
is my
any
share?"
prasadam for Mahaprabhat? So somebody comes and give all the Mahaprasadam what she wants.
Yeah. So she says that, "Where is my share? You didn't keep any for me." Now Lord Shiva is, he's worried. He's like, "Okay, I had this little piece that Narad gave me. How could I leave some for her? And I was so happy, but I forgot to keep any for her." And now Mother Parvati gets angry. She is angry at her husband that he took the Mahaprasad and did not leave any for me. So she gets angry and she's so angry that everybody is wondering what to do. And then Lord says, actually, he finds out about all this, and all the demigods, including Lord Shiva, all go to Lord Vishnu and tell him what is going on. And he comes and gives this benediction to Mother Parvati that you can have all the Mahaprasadam you want. Now, she is not happy still. She says, "No, no, no, no. This is so delayed. Nobody thought about me earlier. Now, just giving me Mahaprasadam would not do. You have to feed the Mahaprasadam to all my children." Okay, and who are the children of Mother Parvati? The whole material creation.
Yeah, the
All
whole
the living
material
entities.
creation is
All the living
Mahaprabhat's
beings.
kids.
Yeah. So everybody, all living entities. And Lord, as you say, okay, yes, I will come in this special form in the future as Lord Jagannath. And at that time, all the people who come, they will be given this wonderful special Mahaprasad that will be offered to me. And first, it will be offered after me to you. And because Lord Shiva did not leave any for you, we are going to punish him. So what is the punishment? That in the Jagannath temple, whenever in Orissa and Puri, when food is offered to the Lord, it is first there is a Bimla Devi temple. Bimla Devi is a name for Mother Parvati. So she resides in the temple just outside the main temple area as Bimla Devi. And that food is first offered to Bimla Devi, who's none other than Mother Parvati, and then is offered to everybody else. And Lord Shiva's temple is actually outside the gates of the Jagannath Puri temple. It's not inside. So that is the form of Lord Jagannath. And in this form, this is the Bimla Devi. Mother Parvati as Bimla Devi, who resides in the just outside the gates of the Jagannath Ji, and then Lord Shiva is outside the gates because he did not think about others. And the Mahaprasadam is now first offered there to Lord, and then is offered to Bimla Devi, and then distributed to everybody. Hari Bol.
Can we do the quiz? Can we do the quiz?
Jai
Where was on
Jagannath.
the last page? Please.
I don't know. Actually, I stopped the quiz. Can you still see it or no?
No, I can't. I can just
Okay,
say
I'll recite it. It says Narad Muni gave the Mahaprasadam to whom
Shiv,
first?
Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva.
Okay, yeah, I can't see it anymore. It's difficult for me to move with the zoom back and forth. But so the question is, Narad Muni को भगवान विष्णु का महाप्रसाद किसने दिया था? Who gave the Mahaprasad to Narad Muni? Your options are: is it Lord Vishnu gave the Mahaprasad to Narad Muni, Lakshmi Devi gave, or Shivji gave, or Brahmaji gave? Those are your options.
Lakshmi Devi.
Lakshmi Devi.
Yes, Lakshmi
Lakshmi
Devi.
Devi. Lakshmi Devi.
Correct. That is the right answer.
And whoever.
Okay. Did you all like the story? The
Yes.
stories.
So
I
Okay, let's take turns. Let's say 3 times Hari Bol to Prabhuji for the wonderful story. Unmute yourself and say Hari Bol. Okay. Yes, please raise your hands, electronic hands, so we can take turns and
I
talk.
don't have an electronic hand.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll give you a turn, Pritisha.
So what?
Okay, you want to go first? Go ahead. What did you like about the story?
I like the story about Narad Muni shared with Shivji, but I did not like that Shivji did not share with her son.
Parvati Devi.
With the
Yes.
Mother Parvati. Okay.
Yeah.
Hari Bol. Very nice.
That's what I did not like.
Okay. Anybody else? Tana, you had raised your hand earlier.
That was for the other question before that.
Okay. Go ahead, Lisa.
So my favorite part was when Lakshmi Devi, Miss Krishna said, when we're not looking anywhere, just take the prasadam and then give it to Narada Muni, and then Lakshmi Devi listened to Krishna, and so she gave all of the prasadam to Narada Muni. But one thing he did was he left a little piece of his on his nail and gave it to Lord Shiva. But the part I did not like when they were gonna punish Lord Shiva for not giving
Mother Parvati.
Mother Parvati, and then they were like gonna punish him because what was the punishment?
Okay. I think we are short of time. If anybody has to leave, they can leave. That is okay. But we will, for those who can stay, we will quickly play Kahoot. Okay.
I can say, Mama, Kahoot.
Okay.
I
So whoever has time and can stay, please stay and for
have
Kahoot.
time.
But if you have to leave, then that's okay too. I understand.
Mama.
In the meantime, I will share the screen of Kahoot, and then we will say
Kahoot!
Hare Krishna in the meantime. Okay.
Give me the phone.
So the game pin is on the screen. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So we'll see this. We can see the screen, and we'll join on that. In the meantime, everybody who joins after that, they can join me in saying the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. In the meantime, you can unmute and keep chanting until we start the game. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, is everybody on there who wants to play? Okay, so we can start. Okay, we'll start now. And not, here we start. Kalia Leela and Lord Jagannath quiz. So we are starting. Kalia lived in this river. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, or Sarayu? What river did Kalia live in?
Yamuna. Yamuna. Are you sure? Yeah, they literally said it.
Okay, everybody got it right. Let's see who got it faster than others.
We did this quiz last time, didn't we?
No, this is a different one. Oh, why didn't the score come?
Because it's the same glitch that happened last time.
No, that shouldn't happen. Anyways, let's see if the next question comes. Everyone is zero,
You
so it
put the
doesn't
wrong
matter.
answer.
Maybe. Okay. But it's same for everybody. So, what is the color of Kalia as described in Krishna Leela? Is he blue? Is he brown? Is he black? Or is he white? What is the color of Kalia in the Krishna Leela? Now, hint is that the picture is deceiving. Okay, most people got it right. Some people got deceived by the picture, I guess. So that was a tricky question. Let's see if the numbers come. Oh, now the numbers are coming. Okay. Next question. True or false? Krishna climbed a big mangrove tree to jump into the lake where Kalia lived. Is that true or false? He climbed a big mangrove tree to jump into the lake where Kalia lived. That is false. Yes, only one person said true. So it is false because he climbed a kadamba tree, not a mangrove tree. So the answer lies in the details. Okay, so we have a little movement here. Radha is on top, Darsh, Sanvi, Divija and Sharvi, and Tanay. Okay, let's see. Next question. When Krishna jumped into the river, what happened? Gopis were excited to know Krishna was fighting Kalia and enjoyed the fun. Mother Yashoda knew Krishna will be victorious and was not worried. What is the correct statement? Cows and Gopas were playing and having fun seeing Krishna fight Kalia, or none of the above. There's only one correct statement of the four. We're almost done with time. Yes, none of the above. They were actually very worried about what is happening. Why is our Krishna in the water with that big snake? They were very, very worried. Mother Yashoda actually almost fainted. Next question. Krishna danced on Kalia because as Kalia tried to bite Krishna, he jumped from one hood to another. Or Krishna's feet were getting hot from the heat. Or Krishna dances whenever he is killing demons. Or none of the above. We actually discussed this answer from after one of the questions from last time. I think Sheetal Mataji told as an answer to one of the questions last time in the class. So you should know this. Yes. As Kalia tried to bite Krishna, he jumped from one hood to another, and he did it so gracefully as if he was dancing. And he did it like a dance. And even that sound was there, like ta ta te te. Oh, we have got a lot of movement. Radhe is still on top. I think that's Navya. And then Tane, Darsh, Sanvi, Lisa. Lisa is up also. Good job, everyone. True or false? Krishna killed Kalia because his poison was causing trouble and he tried to kill Krishna. So that why? And what happened? Did Krishna kill Kalia? And he so is this true statement or false statement that Krishna killed Kalia because his poison was causing trouble and he tried to kill Krishna?
Oh, I answered too fast.
So only one person got it wrong. Um, oh, it is actually false. One person got it right. Everybody else was wrong. Because did Krishna kill Karya? No. This is one demon that Krishna actually did not kill. He left him alive. So that's why it is a wrong statement. It's a wrong, false statement. So most people got tricked on this. So let's see what's the scoreboard. Oh, Divija and Sharvi, the only one who got it right, seems like. Good job. Next question. This is double the points. Who saved Kalia from Krishna? Mother Yashoda, as she could not see Krishna kill someone, or the gopis requested Krishna to spare Kalia, or Garuda said as he wanted to kill Kalia himself as they were enemies, or the wives of Kalia. Oh, everybody got it right. Double points. Let's see. Any changes? Sanvi came up a little bit. Okay, next question. Subhadra Maharani is, oh, we didn't go into details of this. Is she Yogmaya or Mahamaya or Lakshmi or Parvati? So we did not go too much into these details. So this is a difficult question a little bit. Let's see if anybody gets it. What is Subhadra Maharani? So Subhadra Maharani is really Yogmaya. Yogmaya is someone who takes part in the um, activities of the Lord and facilitates the pastimes, helps with the pastimes. Mahamaya is what is keeps us trapped in this world. That is Mahamaya. Mother Durga is Mahamaya. Yogmaya is Radharani or Subhadra both. Yeah, Yogmaya manifestations. Okay. Next question, true or false? Word Jagannath comes from Jagannath, meaning an unstoppable force. Is this true or false? We discussed this today, I guess. One person has not answered. Okay, I think we have all the answers. Can skip, I think. Okay. That is, oh, some people got it wrong. We just talked about this today. Oh, a lot of movement in the scoreboard. Next question. Who asked for Lord's Prasadam to be accessible to all living entities? Narad Muni, Lord Shiva, Subhadra Maharani, or Mother Parvati? Who asked that the Lord's Prasadam be accessible for all living entities? So we discussed this in the class. Yes, still some people got it wrong. So remember Mother Parvati, she said that I want all my children to take your prasadam, not just me. So that's how it became accessible to everyone. Oh, a lot of movement again. Last 5 questions, ready or not, here we go. What was the name of the deities worshipped by Vishwavasu? Shri Radha Madhav deities, Karano Daksha Vishnu, Neel Madhav deities, or Jagannath deities. What was the name of the deities worshipped by Vishwavasu? Yes, most people got it right. Vishwavasu served Neel Madhav deities. The Jagannath deities are actually served by, that's when Indradu Maharaj got Lord Brahma. And then nowadays, the descendants of Vidyapati are the Brahmanas who serve the deities directly. And the Vishwavasu's descendants are the one who serve the Lord when he's sick, and at other times they're called Daita Sevakas. Okay. So movement again, but Radhe is on top. True or false? Indidu Maharaj did a sin by opening the doors early, and thus the form of the Lord remained incomplete. So, did he commit a sin? And then that's why the deities are incomplete? Are they incomplete deities? Is that true or false? And the deities are incomplete. That is false. Most of the people got this wrong. So remember, he was feeling that he did a sin, but then Narad Muni said, no, I have seen this form. This is the form of my Lord that is supposed to come. And that's why it is false, because the deities are complete. This is the form that they actually wanted to manifest in or come in. Okay, so top people continue to get it right. Now this one is double the points, so still a chance for the others. Gundicha temple represents what? Vrindavan, Kurukshetra, Dwarka or Mathura? Remember we talked about this in one of the stories. What does Gundicha represent? Where are the devotees pulling the cart from where to where? From Jagannath to Gundicha. So what does Gundicha represent in that? Yes, Vrindavan. That's correct. Big movement because that was double the points. Okay. It's not over until it's over. Who is Bimla Devi? You look at this picture. Is it Radharani, Mother Parvati, Subhadra Maharani, or Lakshmi Devi? Who is Bimla Devi? We discussed this. We looked at this picture of Bimla Devi also. Oh, yes, most people got it right. It is Mother Parvati. So the food, that's why, is offered to Mother Parvati first. Is Bimla Devi in the temple. Very close competition between second, third, and fourth place, and fifth place, actually, all very close. Last question. True or false? Lord Jagannath is one of the most merciful forms of the Lord and is located in the Purushottam Kshetra. Very bold. Thank you, everyone. Good job. Let's see who's on the podium. Sanvi, Hari Bol. 2 is Pratishta, and then is, oh, Radhe is on top. Okay, good job, everyone. Thank you for playing and staying for a bit longer. I'm sorry it took longer than we had expected, but there was a lot of things we wanted to cover today. So we'll just sing one time for all the participants before leaving. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Once more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you again, everyone, for joining.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
This
we'll chant
is
11
my
times
name.
again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare